And last, let's talk a little bit about your live concert. How does a standard Ricky Cage concert look like? I mean, what's in there?
Visuals play a very important role in our concerts. So I forgot to mention, in the 10 people, 2 people are people who just work on visuals. One of them travels around the world and he films visuals everywhere. So coming back to the concert, so we've got some amazing virtuoso musicians. Every musician, as I mentioned previously, is better than me. So it's me on a bunch of keyboards, electronics, triggering stuff, playing keyboards, all of that stuff, and announcing the songs. And we've got like a brilliant flute player, brilliant sitar player. We've got 2 brilliant percussion players. We've got a guy from New York, a guy called Keith Middleton, who's from the Broadway group Stomp. So which makes percussion out of everyday objects like garbage cans and things like that. So we've got him. We usually have, at least the concerts abroad usually has either a string section or at least a string quartet, which is local. In India, now we've started doing that. We've found some really good strings players and we've started working with orchestras in India. And we've got some brilliant singers. So that's basically what it is. So a large backdrop screen, which has got visuals and not just visualizations, but actual narratives.
The content is mainly English?
Which one?
The songs?
No, it's actually a mix of various languages. In India, I would say it is about 70% Hindi, maybe about 10% English, and the rest of it is in Sanskrit.
Sanskrit is
yeah. And but again, we also modify stuff. Like if you're performing in Karnataka, we do a few songs in Kannada. We do translations. If you're performing in Andhra Pradesh, we do a few songs in Telugu. So we do modify stuff based on where we are performing.
Which concert have been your best experience till now?
In India, I would say that my favorite concert that I've ever done was in 2019. In July, I played for 20 years of Kargil Divas for the army in Ladakh. Wow. So it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. 12,000 feet, elevation. And I think it was about 13 or 14,000 army soldiers, all in uniform, sitting down in front of me. And a 2-hour concert, completely surrounded by mountains on all 4 sides. Shanti Stupa was my backdrop. And it was just an amazing experience. I think all over the world, performing at the UN General Assembly, I think the first time when I performed over there was extra special. Luckily, I got to do a rehearsal a day before the concert, so I could experience the hall. Otherwise, I would have felt very nervous, because imagine just standing over there on that stage. And that is the same stage and the same room where every single treaty in this planet has been signed.
Yes.
Every single world leader has stood on that stage, and given a speech. Every single war has been spoken about on that stage. And to actually play over there in those hallowed halls, it was amazing. And then, of course, after that, I did it 3 more times, so a total of 4 times. So that was quite a stunning concert, a great experience.
When you just mentioned about being in a place where the greatest of the things have happened.
Yeah.
You've been a lot of places like this.
Yeah.
The Abbey Studio where you recorded the song.
Oh, right. That was also quite an experience, because for me, the national anthem is sacrosanct. It's something that I absolutely adore. And as I mentioned earlier, that I end all of my concerts with the national anthem because I just love that piece of music. And anthems anywhere in the world, it also showcases the power of music.
True.
Because the minute we listen to the first few notes of the Indian national anthem, across party lines, across ideologies, across philosophies, we immediately have that sense of patriotism, and that is the power of music. And that's why every country has got a national anthem, because everybody understands the power of music to bring people together. So I've made multiple versions of the national anthem in the past. And last year, I decided that I wanted to do it with a symphony orchestra. And I've worked with symphony orchestras all over the world, conducted symphony orchestras. I love working with symphony orchestras. And the reason why I wanted to work with the symphony orchestra for the Indian national anthem was this, that a symphony orchestra has got various instruments, like a violin, soft instrument, a timpani, loud instrument, percussion instrument. Then you have a harp, soft, angelic instrument. You have a tuba, which is such a loud instrument that if somebody's playing it over here, you'll probably go deaf. That's how loud it is. And you've got all of these instruments. Now, a violin is not trying to be a timpani. A timpani is not trying to be a harp. They're maintaining their own unique identity. Okay, all these instruments are maintaining their own unique identity and who they are. But somehow when everybody play together, they play together beautifully as one. And it sounds so amazing that it just comes together as one in beautiful harmony. And that is what India is all about.
Correct.
You drive 200 kilometers in any direction. You're going to find a different language, different culinary taste, preference, different ideology, sometimes different religion, all of that stuff. But somehow everything just works together.
True.
And so that is why when we talk about oneness as a concept, which I use a lot in my songs, oneness is a very, very strong concept in my songs. It's in Buddhism, it's in Christianity, it's in Hinduism. The thing about oneness is not that everybody has to be uniform. It's never meant that. It is meant that everybody maintain your own unique identity, but somehow come together as one.
True.
And come together in harmony, because that's what music is, right? That not everybody has to play a C note. Some people play a C note, some people play an E note, some people play a G note. And somehow all those three notes come together in beautiful harmony and it sounds beautiful. Because in unity, we have strength, and that's what harmony is all about. So that is why I wanted to record with the symphony orchestra. My favorite symphony orchestra, who I've collaborated with multiple times in the past, is the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in London. So I contacted them, told them, let's do a 100-piece orchestra. The only studio that can record a 100-piece orchestra is Abbey Road. I've recorded with them multiple times in the past. I told them, they're like, okay, let's do it. So then I went to Abbey Road, I recorded with the orchestra, and then while I was recording with them, I realized there's subtext over there. Because after having ruled us for 200 years, an Indian conductor is conducting the top orchestra in the UK, that is the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and they're 100 of the finest musicians performing our Indian national anthem. So somehow it struck a chord with everybody in India. And I remember when I put it out on Independence Day, the first person to retweet it was our Prime Minister. And he said that it should make every Indian proud. And of course, it just went completely viral after that. And I'm really glad that I was able to gift this. And I've removed all copyright from the piece of music, from my recording. So I've gifted it to the nation that anybody can use it for whatever purposes they want without any permission. It's just given to everybody.
And the best musicians in the world had been in that room.
Yeah, but the thing is that everybody else gets to watch it on the video. I was in that room when I heard a 100-piece orchestra actually perform the national anthem, and to hear it over there, hear those 100 musicians play it, it was just unbelievable. It was such a beautiful experience.
True.